Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Wealth Management Podcast from MPIinvest.com. So, talking about the first thing, gold prices have been soaring higher and higher as the expectation of rate cuts are happening. In fact, we've had an amazing return on all the SGB investment that we have made at MPA family. Really proud of that. Well, gold I'm expecting the gold prices to go up furthermore until the rate cuts start happening. But then, along with that, the right amount of fund investment into each sector is something very important. Don't stay focused on one sector. It is not just gold, it is not just equity, not just real estate or commodity, but most important thing is your right asset diversification. That is the most important thing, and that's exactly where we come into play. We help you with the right investment diversification that helps you ensure that your investments are less volatile compared to what's happening in the market. So that's something that we do as a wealth management company at MPA Family, and yes, we do this absolutely free of cost for you. So do schedule a meeting with us at mpinvest.com and let us have a one-to-one meeting for that. So apart from that, if you look at the equity market, yesterday the equity market was closed in India because of Ramzan, and the global markets were open mostly. So if you look at the way the markets have actually behaved in the last 2 days, is something that we need to discuss today. Now, if we talk about the US market, day first, the US much awaited US inflation data came, and the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, and that has given a fear in the US market. There was a big fall, but from there, a big rebound yesterday again. And if you see, in this one day of holiday where Indian market was closed, there was a big roller coaster ride that happened globally, and now it is back. And looks like Indian markets have kind of not experienced that, and we may open with a slight gap down, sorry, but then not a major one. So, will the Nifty take a pause from the rally is the question. Well, first thing that we need to look at this point of time, today's major focus will be on the two data which is coming up today, which is first one is the India CPI data. So India CPI data is expected to come below 5%. If that comes, well, that would be good. But again, focus would be on that. But along with that, the next important thing would be the focus on the TCS results. So TCS is announcing the result today after the market hours. So that would kind of set the pace for the entire IT sector in India, and it would be keenly watched because they have been underperforming for quite some time. And if TCS results come out with some surprise, we could see some major short covering in the IT sector. So that would be one to be focusing on. But since it's happening on a weekend, because it's a week, consecutive holidays, we might see some short covering happening even before the results. So do watch out on the IT sector today because that could be actually volatile. Along with that, one very important thing is to note that Indian markets result season is starting. So along with that, markets will see stock specific movements. So that could be something which could be again in focus for now. So we could see markets be more volatile, which already is. But along with that, major focus would be on looking at sectors which are going to perform well in this quarter. So that's something to be on the watch. Let's see how things go. But if you look at the US at this point of time, US markets, the consumer price inflation is not going down really. It's kind of become very sticky. And looks like the government also is now kind of considering that the around 3% inflation in the US is going to stay for long. So that can be one your reason why they are still expecting the rate cuts to be happening in the US. And also the elections are coming in the US, so before that the rate cuts has to happen because they cannot go with high interest rates. This can actually put a lot of banks in the US also into trouble. So these are few things to be looked at the point of in the US right now. But if you'd like to understand why the US inflation is going to be sticky, and if you want some more details on that, do comment below. Probably I could have a separate video for that because that can be covered in the short while. So I thought, okay, probably I'll discuss about it later. But then, yes, these are things that are going to happen at this point of time. So markets would be kind of taking a pause at this point of time. But then stock specific news can trigger the rally again. So that is why markets can tend to be volatile. Be watchful on that. So now it is more of result driven market that would be. So next 1 month would be focused majorly on the major companies, major heavyweights in the market like SBI, HDFC Bank, Reliance, and so on. So that way, the markets can turn volatile intraday, as well as the short covering and the movement in the markets can actually trigger a lot of stop losses for a trader as well. So be watchful if you're a trader, but as an investor, you really don't have to worry. As usual, I say stay invested and make more money. So that's it for now. This is Shrikant Rajan signing off. Let us catch up with more details of the week on the Market Pulse video on Sunday at 7 p.m. sharp. See you then. Happy weekend until then. Goodbye.